Yeah, see, I was saying that, okay, before getting your big commercial order, how the sample order or evaluation plays an important part.
Yeah, so it happens that once your product is registered in the country, the customer would like to give the product for trial purpose. So
Mm-hmm.
this he can even do before the agreement is signed. Okay, so once the product is given to the doctors for trial purpose, there are certain feedback forms which you can give to the doctors, and they can fill the feedback forms, give
Mm-hmm.
their feedback. And once the distributor is confident that okay, this product has been liked by my doctors, then he can start procuring from you.
Okay,
So he
okay.
will look at if the private market is asking for say 1000 units per year, and if the
Mm-hmm.
government market or the tender market is asking for say 10,000 units per year. So depending upon whether how many, like for example in some country there are contracts with the hospitals, or the government has contracts. So
Mm-hmm.
if some distributor has won that contract is for 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
for 1 year, for 5 years. So that time, even if your product is registered and the distributor is willing to buy, he cannot sell because
Mm-hmm.
some distributor already has a contract for that kind of product.
Right, right.
So these are certain dynamics.
Right. So I think after signing the agreement, after sample evaluation or small purchase order evaluation, the next big thing is commercial order.
Correct.
Right. When we talk about commercial order, there are two parts which we need to consider. First part is a logistic. So there are certain logistic terminology or the process or the logistic parts or aspects by which you can send the
Correct.
shipment. The second important part is that yes, you are sending stock or shipment to any other third country. How you are going to get the payment? So there is particular process by which you need to follow, and with that process only you will get the payment back.
So what I rightly understand, you are trying to talk about international commercial terms, if I rightly understand.
Right.
So as far as what I know, there are different types of international commercial terms like X works,
Correct.
where this Incoterms you usually talk why when you're deciding the pricing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you're giving him a price, say XWorks international XWorks price, if you're giving him an example is $100, fine. The distributor has to arrange a consultant who will pick the goods
Okay.
from your warehouse and take it along
Right.
with him. The other thing is if the distributor says that okay, you have to give me the product till the Indian customs. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have to clear the Indian customs. So that is like FOB,
Right.
the freight on board. So there your price might increase. You will say that okay, my price if you want the goods FOB, I will give you 120 USD
Correct.
is my price. The distributor says that no, I want the goods till my port. You have to clear my customs and give it to me.
Correct.
Or the distributor may even say that no, the product has to reach my warehouse.
Right.
So the price will go and increase. If he says that okay, you want X works, my price is X. If you want FOB, my price is X plus 1.
Right.
If you want CIF, my price is X plus 2 or X plus 5, whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that's how you come to a price conclusion.
Second, yes, I mean, you rightly said there
Yeah.
are three ways by which you can send the shipment. First is the X work, that means distributor has to come and take the stock to his
Correct.
country, and the FOB and CIF. Uh, okay, once you send the shipment, then how you are going to take the payment in your
Yeah.
bank?
So basically, usually what happens is whenever a distributor gives you a purchase order, a signed purchase order, uh, the company, the manufacturer first identifies whether he has all the goods available with him, on the
Uh-huh.
basis of which he generates a PFI, which is called as a pro forma invoice.
Okay.
This pro forma invoice is given to the distributor.
Uh-huh.
Then the distributor submits this pro forma invoice to his bank,
Mm-hmm.
and the bank does the transfer.
Okay.
So once the bank has done the transfer, there is a proof called as a
Okay.
Swift copy. There is a Swift number which is generated, which
Mm-hmm.
they share with you. You have to check it with your bank if the money is received on the basis of that Swift. Once the money is received, you can then decide to dispatch the goods.
Correct. Correct.
So again, there are different terms. If it is on 100% advance, you have to see whether 100% advance has been received.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if it is like 50% advance and 50% credit for 30 days,
Mm-hmm.
then you have to just see that 50% advance is received, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
at the end of 30 days you have to remind the distributor that you're due for the payments, and you make the necessary payments. So these
Correct.
are
Correct.
different.
Right.
There are some countries who also do letter of credit,
Uh-huh.
where the bank is the guarantor for your
Mm-hmm.
payment.
Mm-hmm.
The bank gives a guarantee of letter.
Right.
So
Right.
again, in letter of credit, it is around 30 days LC or a 60 days LC or a 90 days LC, but the bank So at the end of 90 days, the bank transfers the money to you.
Correct, correct. Just one point I would like to add here. When you are dealing with any international bank, there is one intermediate bank plays very important role. The bank like the Citibank, Morgan Stanley Bank.
Yeah.
Let's say you are A bank dealing with the B bank. Your A bank is in India, B bank let's say in Spain. So A bank don't know B bank, but there is a one bank which is called a Citibank,
Correct.
intermediate bank. They know A and B.
Correct.
So here the intermediate banks take some part of, let's say, the
Commission charges.
charges, and they do the transaction.
Transaction. So that is safe. In fact, there is always an intermediary bank like HSBC or maybe ABN AMRO, whichever you said. So there is always an intermediary bank which is involved.
Right. Mainly international business happens in a two currency,
Correct.
euro or
USD.
USD. So talking about European countries, they deal in a euro currency. When it talk about the Latin American countries, whether even in Middle East countries, they deal in a USD.
Correct.
Yeah. So once you get the payment, the shipment is done. The next stage, how you are going to consolidate your business.
Yeah. So what happens is when you dispatch the goods will reach the end user customs. And for the goods to get released from the customs, there are certain documents which the manufacturer has to send, like an export invoice or a packing list or a declaration of conformity, or maybe certain set of more documents which the manufacturer usually has it. Once you share these documents with your distributor, he is able to release those goods
Okay.
from the customs and take it along with him.
Okay.
So once the goods reach him, then actually the game begins,
Right.
where the distributor has to do a lot of market research. He has to meet a lot of customers, do a lot of market development activities, and he has to always work on his secondary. Okay. Because he will keep buying from you, but if there is no secondary, which is the rule for all business,
Correct.
unless the good is consumed at the end user, there is not going to be a repeat primary order for you.